So I'm out of the hospital. That's cool. Yesterday morning I was having some lower back pain towards like my side, and at first it started as an ache, and within 20 or 30 minutes it was excruciating, like the worst pain I ever felt. And luckily Anna was still home, and I was like called to her, and I'm like laying on the bathroom floor nauseated from all the pain. So she took me to the emergency room, and they did CT scan and all kinds of blood work and this, that, everything else, and turned out I had a kidney stone. So that's cool. First one I've ever had. 0 out of 10 would not recommend. It's horrific. The worst thing I've ever felt in my life. The worst. So they put me on an IV, they give me some intravenous drugs and just to get me hydrated and stuff. That was yesterday. Today I'm mostly alright. I'm just still kind of achy. My kidney's still kind of sore. I'm on antibiotics because they think that just kind of preventative, just in case the kidney stone like tore my urethra or something and gave me a UTI, urinary tract infection, and just some like NSAIDs, some non-steroidal anti-inflammatories to keep the swelling down, I guess. I don't know. So that's fun. And I had another VA appointment today, unrelated to this, and then I was supposed to have a urology appointment that the emergency room made for me. And I got there and they're like, hey, just to let you know, the doctor's running 2 hours late. And I was like, I don't have time for that. Reschedule me. So I got a new one for Friday. And then I was on my way to class, and I wasn't feeling really good, and I felt like I was starting to get this UTI. And I had also forgotten my wallet at the house. So I came back to the house, got my wallet, and I was like, I'm gonna pass on today. So I emailed my professor, and I was like, hey, here's some proof that I was in the hospital and that I'm still dealing with some follow-on kind of issues. So count me out for today, coach. So I haven't heard back from him, so he either saw it and didn't care or didn't read it yet, I guess. Would like some kind of confirmation. I mean, I'm gonna see him day after tomorrow anyhow, but just like to make sure I'm on the same page with people who control my grades. So like I talked about in my last video, group theory is still thoroughly kicking my ass. I have several textbooks in the mail that I've ordered. One I ordered last week, another one I ordered today, just based on random suggestions I found on Quora and Math Stack Exchange and stuff like that. So if you have a suggestion for a really good, either purely group theory book or an abstract algebra book that covers groups really well, I'm all ears. I'll probably order it. And out of all of these that I order, which will probably end up being like 3 on top of my textbook, I'll be sure to review all of them if and when I read them, so that other people can, sift through the multitude of math books. So today I think I'm just kind of gonna take it easy and really just read my textbook. I haven't. YouTube is very sparse, very, very sparse when it comes to groups and group theory, which doesn't surprise me. I kind of expected it going into higher level math, that the air and the information and the resources to be a little bit more rarefied, but it's a little more rarefied than I expected. So all I really have right now to go on is some online texts. Like I found one by a guy named Milne, and it seems to be a whole textbook. It's like a 180-page PDF, so I've downloaded that bad boy. And I still just have my textbook, and I'm gonna go through some of my other like Dover books on mathematics and see if any of them cover groups, or maybe into my I don't know, just flip through some other ones to see if they talk about it at all. Maybe my topology book covers them a little bit, but probably not. I don't know. It's worth looking. So I'll look forward to getting those and getting out of this hole that I feel like I'm already in. I was gonna go study with some classmates today, but I wasn't feeling great, and I don't want to have like minor medical problems at school. I won't be able to focus. It'll be too distracting and whatnot. So just when I was feeling like I was starting to get going and into some semblance of a rhythm and a schedule with this math class and tackling it and all of the other stuff going on, of course a wrench gets thrown in the system. But what can you do except stay hydrated now for the rest of my life? Because apparently after you get one kidney stone, you're 50% more likely to get another one. Cool. Looking forward to that. I mean, at least, at the very least, if I get another one, the pain will be familiar and I'll know what it is, rather than just being afraid that I'm dying, which crossed my mind a couple times before I like Googled, because I was like hunched over in pain. I was like, I hope this is a kidney stone. So I Googled it, And I was like, most of the symptoms that I had matched. I was like, oh, thank God. It's also my first time getting an IV. That was super painful. And I gave like 4 or 5 vials of blood for blood tests. And under any other circumstances, both of those would have independently made me pass out, but I was in such excruciating pain that I just didn't even give a shit. So it's interesting, I guess. Because now I have to get blood work for the VA for a whole other thing. Whole other panel of tests, and that's definitely gonna make me pass out, so I'm just gonna go in there one day and be like, nah, do it. Anyways, I know no one wants to hear about my moaning and groaning, so I'll cut it there. But hopefully you can get into some type of routine. I can try and figure out how I'm gonna tackle studying for these tests, because, you know, slowly but surely those are gonna come up on me. And we're gonna be out of town this weekend, so I need to get in the productivity while I can, right? To justify having fun, because it'll kind of be for my birthday, I guess. Even though I feel like I'm a little old to be celebrating birthdays. I'll be 27 next week. So, anywho's it. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Don't get a kidney stone. Stay hydrated.